What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny 2. Now in today's video we're taking a look at the fastest way to get Dawning Spirits. If you want to unlock all the upgrades to your ship for this year's event, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a rating down below, that super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're brand new here and want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, be sure to hit subscribe as well. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now yesterday saw the launch of the Dawning 2020, and with that we now have to bake cookies and cakes and deliver them to our friends and acquaintances around the solar system. Now if you're not sure how to get all the ingredients and haven't discovered all the recipes for this year's event, I made a full guide covering all those details yesterday. I'll be sure to leave the link to that down in the video description below, so be sure to check that out if you're missing any ingredients or recipes. Now whenever the Dawning returns, farming Dawning of Essence is normally one of the key priorities, especially as you have to bake up to 175 various treats for friends and acquaintances. However, I'm going to show you how you can actually choose your way to the upgrades for the Starfarer ship. And the Starfarer ship has various upgrades that you unlock as you progress through the exotic quest. If you don't have this, you can pick this up from either Levante over in the tower. But as we progress through the event and bake cookies and treats, we'll also earn Dawning Spirit. And we need to earn 175 of this in order to fully upgrade our ship this year. Now Dawning Spirit is earned whenever you hand a treat to an NPC, so you can bake any treat that you like, and whenever you hand them their gift, they'll give you some Dawning Spirit in return. Now baking 175 individual treats is going to cost you a lot of Essence of Dawning, but you can get away with baking just one particular treat, and this is the Burnt Edge Transits. Now you get this by entering an incorrect recipe. One of those is chitin powder and balanced flavors. This is a perfect combination for some Burnt Edge Transits. Now if you don't have either of these materials, by far the best way to earn this, and very quickly, is over at the Altar of Sorrow on the moon. This is available to everyone, regardless if you're a free-to-play player or if you bought the DLC. And you simply need to complete waves of the Altar of Sorrow. If you use a weapon like the Trinity Ghoul, like I'm using, you can get balanced flavors very easily indeed, and chitin powder drops very freely around here as there is hive absolutely everywhere throughout the event. Now the great thing about coming to the Altar of Sorrow is you can do this either solo or as part of a fire team, so regardless of whether you can get a fire team together or not, you can easily get 175 treats baked for this year's event. And once you've completed a few waves of the Altar of Sorrow and have some materials, head back to the tower and over to Master Rahul. We're going to bake some Burnt Edge Transits, and by handing them to him, in return we get one Dawning Spirit, but also our Essence of Dawning back in return. So effectively by baking these, it's not costing us any Essence of Dawning whatsoever. However, we are earning one Dawning Spirit each time we bake a Burnt Edge Transit. Now once here, you want to rinse and repeat the baking process as many times as your materials will allow. If you run out of materials, you want to head back over to the Altar of Sorrow and farm that activity once again for those two key materials. And you want to rinse and repeat this process until you've baked up to 175 individual treats. So you can keep track of that in your inventory. If you head over to the quest tab, you can keep track of exactly how many you're baking. As you can see here, we have 55 baked so far, which is actually more than enough to complete the second step of the exotic quest. Now as you can see here, there are 14 individual steps to this quest to fully upgrade the ship this year. So as well as baking 175 individual treats, which will give you Dawning Spirit in return, you also need to bake some additional treats for various NPCs around the solar system. Now the first one that you get is for Eva Levante herself. So you'll need to bake the classic butter cookie, which combines taken butter and superb texture. And you'll need to combine this with a Dawning Spirit of 25 to complete step 4 the quest. Now as you saw there, we do have 55 Dawning Spirit generated. We now need to bake the Gentleman's Shortbread. This is for Devrim K over in the European Dead Zone. You can bake this by using Ether Cane and Perfect Taste in combination with the 55 Dawning Spirit that we've already completed. Now the next one is for Eris. This is for step 8 of the exotic quest. You'll need 90 Dawning Spirit generated for this step, and you'll need to bake the Ascendant Oatmeal Raisin Cookie. You can do this by combining chitin powder and finishing touch and deliver this to her over on the moon. Now the penultimate step is for Crow. You'll need 130 Dawning Spirit for him, and you'll need to bake the Bittersweet Biscotti. You can do this by combining Dark Ether Cane and balanced flavors and deliver this to the Crow over on the Tangled Shore. And for step 12 of this exotic quest, you'll need 175 Dawning Spirit, as we said at the beginning of the video. Alongside this though, you'll need to bake a Gala Doodle. You can do this by combining Ether Cane and Delicious Explosion and deliver that to Zavala in the tower. So in theory, if you bake just Edge Transit to get all your Dawning Spirit, and then bake these 6 treats to complete the exotic quest, you can complete the entire quest by obtaining just 105 Essence of Dawning. It will most definitely save you a lot of time and is by far the quickest way to complete this exotic quest this season. Now it's really important to remember that even after completing this exotic quest, we'll still need to continue to bake treats and gifts of various NPCs around the solar system, as the Dawning Spirit is needed for the other exotic quest, which is a community effort. So be sure to bake as many treats as you can, and if you want to help the community effort, bake as many burnt edge transits as you can, and you won't even have to farm Essence of Dawning to do it. So there we have it guys, that is a quick easy cheese to complete the exotic quest for this ship in this season's Dawning event. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a rating down below, that super helps me out here on the channel. And if you're brand new here, I want to keep up to date with all the latest Destiny 2 content, then you're in the right place, and be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to jump back into the game as always guys, but I will catch you all again very soon.